Last week I gave you guys Chainlink at $18, and right now at time of recording it's currently at $25. Today we are going to look into more altcoins that I am currently looking to buy right now. And make sure that you watch to the end because I'm going to be sharing my top crypto picks for this week. So let's get stuck straight into it. Before we do, please make sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and drop a comment in below to let us know if you agree with my analysis. So first off, last week, Chainlink, I shared this on our video that I posted, and as of today, right now, currently at $25, up 26% today. Absolutely fantastic gain. Now, before we look at the altcoins, I do just want to point out something here with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is showing a little bit of weakness, and if Bitcoin continues to come down, it could give us a bit more of a dip with our altcoins. So right now, I'm not looking to enter any particular coins at this exact minute, but I am adding a whole bunch of coins to my watch list, getting ready to buy over the next couple of days if we see a bit more of a dump on the altcoins. And usually if Bitcoin tends to go down quite quickly, we do tend to see altcoins follow that trend. So what could be causing Bitcoin to dump effectively? Well, right now we do have some FUD in the market that Silk Road have just recently transferred $2 billion worth of Bitcoin to Coinbase Prime. Now, if an institution or a government agency is sending coins to Coinbase 9 out of 10 times, that usually means that they are getting ready to sell. And that could cause a little bit of selling pressure on Bitcoin. Now, if we do get that selling pressure, which we are currently seeing as I'm recording this live, you can see in the hour, we're down already almost $700-800, then I'm hoping that this could allow for alts to get a little bit of a relief rally, considering that most of them have been heavily overbought over the last couple of days, and allow me to find some really good entries. So first off, let's take a look at altcoins as a whole. And guys, make sure you watch to the end as I'm going to be explaining a lot of the altcoin tips and a lot of the altcoins that I'm currently looking at buying. So first off, we have Crypto Rover here has put up a post. Altcoins have finally created a golden cross. And if you see here in 2023, the last time we had that golden cross, the market cap of altcoins went up quite massively. This means that more money came into altcoins, therefore altcoin prices went higher. What we are currently seeing at time of recording is another golden cross, but this time around we haven't yet had that massive explosive pump. So what we are predicting is that in the months to come, we could get a very similar rally to what we once previously saw, and that leaves us potential room for alts to move to the upside. Last time Bitcoin dominance started to decline, alts went parabolic. So it's really important, guys, that you are watching the Bitcoin dominance chart. We look at that on TradingView by typing in BTC.D. That will bring up the Bitcoin dominance chart. You can see that we have basically collapsed quite heavily over the last couple of days, but looks like we could be starting to put in a hammer here, and that could mean that the dominance may start to reverse towards the upside. Therefore, we could start to get some pullbacks on alts to find those juicy entries. I hate buying the top. I always want to try and buy the absolute lowest price possible, but historically, when we have seen the Bitcoin dominance come down quite heavily, that is when we tend to see the altcoin market start to really explode. And the last time we saw the Bitcoin dominance come down, we saw Phantom did 670x, Solana 200x, and Matic 170x. So on that note, let's look at what I'm looking to buy, because I want to get a nice chunk of the run coming from some of these altcoins. And I want to show you guys the reason why I'm buying certain coins to help better, for you guys to make better decisions when you're trading. Now, before we get started, I am not a financial advisor. I will not be telling you to buy any of these coins. I'm strictly showing you these from an educational purpose. If you are looking to trade altcoins, make sure that you only risk what you can afford to lose, because a lot of these are going to be high risk and some of them can dump quite hard and cause substantial loss. So another just quick heads up is, like I said earlier, I'm not going to be buying these right now, but I am going to be keeping my eyes on them for entries over the next couple of weeks or even days. So first off, let's look at why I want to buy some of these coins. What we can see is that Trump has put together a crypto tax proposal, which has been called a game changer for many US-based companies. The importance of this is Donald Trump has proposed elimination of capital gains tax on cryptocurrencies issued by American companies. Now, by removing the capital gains tax, investors could realize profits from certain coins like XRP, HBAR, XLM, and others completely tax-free. Let's think of it like this. You're an investor in the US, you've bought some Nvidia, you've bought some Apple, Microsoft, or whatever you have bought. When you go to sell those assets, you're going to have to pay tax on your profits. Now, what if I could tell you that you could buy cryptocurrencies that are currently running at the moment, and people have a lot of hype behind them, but on top of that, you don't have to pay tax? Can you see how that could look appetizing to a lot of different traders and investors in the US? That's the first point that I want to outline. Secondly, when these people from the US are looking to buy coins, where do they go? So they go to Robinhood. Now, if we're looking at the list of Robinhood tokens, which I'll put in the comment section below, you'll notice that there is a lot of different tokens here, but we're only going to focus on a couple. I'm only going to focus on a couple at the moment. And then the second thing that I want to do is, so I want to look for the coins that are on Robinhood that have their headquarters in the US, and I want to find some potential trades on those coins, but also I want to find the ones that have grayscale trusts, because the average retail investor, they're going to buy on exchanges. But if you're a big institutional investor and you're looking to trade $500 million plus, chances are you're not going to put that $500 million on an exchange. You're going to look to buy through an ETF, as it's safer and your funds are more protected. So the way that usually happens is we find that institutions will invest utilizing ETFs such as Grayscale. Now, there is one here that I am looking at, and it is the AVAX Trust, which is right here, the Grayscale Avalanche Trust. And the reason I'm looking at Avalanche at the moment is because, one, Avalanche is currently in the spotlight after having discussions with the whole Trump team, essentially, or not all of them, but like the Trump administration. So the CEO of Avalanche, Emin Gun-Sira, I think I said that right, confirms link up with Trump administration, many ongoing speculations regarding AVAX and growth potentials. The CEO confirmed in a X post on Monday that Avalanche is currently in talks with the Trump administration, and this creates speculatory environment for me where people want to where I've previously seen people have jumped into coins hoping that some big announcement's coming. So there could be a little bit of FOMO coming into AVAX because of that. But where I'm more so focusing on AVAX is there is a mainnet launch on the 16th of December. Now, if you've been watching Phantom over the last couple of weeks, they are also doing a mainnet launch for the Sonic network. And if we take a look at what the price of Phantom has done over the last couple of weeks, what you'll notice is that, coming from, let's just say, we'll stay from the start of November, what we've seen is a 140% gain. So I'm keeping an eye on AVAX at the minute. Although with crypto, as some of you guys probably know, it's one of those things where people like to buy the rumor and they sell the news. So when it comes to trading AVAX, I'm going to be looking to get in and be out a few days before that mainnet launch, probably around the 11th. I'm personally going to get out. Whatever you guys do, even if you decide to buy, not to buy, that's completely up to you guys. And always please make sure you do your own research. Don't just jump in because this is what I'm looking at, because I actually haven't even bought AVAX yet. I'm still looking for an entry myself. But on top of that, what we're also seeing is tomorrow, Donald Trump is about to pick the person who's going to replace Gary Gensler from the chair of the SEC Gov. Now, previously, Gary Gensler has put in regulations for a lot of US-based crypto companies and has basically prevented them in a way from being able to grow to their full potential, either by listing them as a security or stopping activities like DeFi from really flourishing in the US. Now, as of tomorrow, we're finally going to find out who's going to be that next candidate. And if that next candidate is a very pro-crypto candidate, which I have there's a high possibility that it will be, then what we might start to see are the DeFi coins starting to get a bit of a bid. Now, we have already seen Aave start to take off. I am in Aave at the moment, full disclosure, and I'm looking to potentially add more if we get a bit of a dip. But then there's also some more coins like Compound. Now, I'm keeping my eyes close on Compound because it is another DeFi coin. It does have its US headquarters in the US, and it is also listed on Robinhood. So it is matching a couple of my criteria. It's a coin that the US could go ahead and buy without having to cop capital gains tax if the Trump legislation is passed. But then on top of that, it's also on the exchange where the US mainly go to buy. So Compound is going to be one of the picks that I'm currently watching. Already at $88.26, but I will be keeping my eyes on that. And then the last coin that I'm going to be looking for entries on is Uniswap. very, very similar process. Uni is listed on Robinhood, exactly the same as Compound. They're also a company where their headquarters is in the US, and that could mean that we could see a bit of a bid on the Uniswap, especially because it is also quite a large DeFi play on the Ethereum blockchain. So to sum it up, guys, over these next couple of weeks, the coins that I'm going to be watching will be AVAX, I'm going to be watching Aave, Compound, and Uniswap, and I'm going to be trying to find myself some low entries on these. This is not financial advice. I'm not telling you guys to invest, and if you do, always make sure that you're only risking what you can afford to lose. So make sure to like this video, subscribe for future content, which I'm going to be posting in the future, and if you can, actually guys, I can ask you a very small favor. I've been getting a lot of bots commenting on my videos recently. If you don't mind, if you could just drop a comment on this video, only because it helps with the YouTube algorithm to help me to get more people to see my video. And look, I'll be forever grateful. Thank you so much, guys. I'm going to see you next week for next week's video. Stay safe out there with your trading. Bye for now.
Before watching this video, please take a minute to read and understand our disclaimer. If you do not agree to this disclaimer, please close this video.